Howdy, folks. How's it going? I'm just admiring my cape. My wings, my elytra. I gave myself a new cape. I also finally changed my Minecraft skin ever so slightly because it wasn't updated enough. Tell me if you notice the difference. What if I do this? Aha! You see the beard? You see the beard? It's a little bit more accurate to real life. It just doesn't look that full in real life. I look a little bit like a World War, or not a World War, a Civil War general. I don't know how to fix that. I was recently restocking, lol. I was getting, more woods in here and stuff. Ooh, someone's bought some stuff. Nice. I didn't even see that. But we have 2 new ones in stock. Warped Stem and Crimson Stem. These are the 2 nether trees, obviously, and they're a little bit more expensive. All of these other woods are 2 stacks for a diamond. This is 1 stack for a diamond. Spruce, nice. So someone bought 4. Oh no, that's 4 diamonds. So that's what? So they bought 8 stacks of wood? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Oh yeah, 7, 8. Okay. Sweet. They bought 8 stacks of spruce. I have no idea who bought that, to be perfectly honest with you. Not a clue. Not a clue. Alright, I have a couple things in mind for today. The main one requires us to go to my main base. Alright. So we are in the base. Actually, I wanted to see... I tried to fix the honey thing. Nothing has happened yet. I would like to get this whole middle ring squared away, or circled away, since we are in a giant circle. Hey! First thing I'm going to do. We need more pillars. This time, I was originally going to just build 4 more pillars and just do 1, 2, 3, 4. But Nathan... heard my plan, and he said, no, I feel like that would look kind of weird. He goes, I think you should have 1 parallel with these, and then another one parallel with these. So that would require me to build 8 more pillars instead of 4, which is obviously more expensive, unfortunately. But I think he's right. It will look better. First order of business is going to be to build the 8 pillars, which I will do off camera. And then we are going to build a couple of important utilities around the area. So first, my inventory is filled with things that I do not need for these pillars, so I'm going to get rid of those. Get what I do need. Build 8 pillars, which will probably take me 8 years, and then I will show you the results. Is it concerning that my chin is like disappearing into my belly? I feel like that's not normal. Alrighty, my friends, I have done it. I have made... Ooh, lag spikes galore. My goodness. I have made 8 pillars. What do you think? I think they look really good. Obviously, no bias or anything. The only difference between these inner ones and the outer ones is this has to be a block shorter. So you'll notice there's 2 chiseled stone bricks on all of the central pillars, but the exterior ones just have 1. But I don't think that takes away from it whatsoever. I like them. I think they look really good, and I think they'll look even better when they all oxidize. They should look like this. This is fully oxidized, and it looks so cool in this green color. The Empire is not warm and inviting, so it should not look like this. It's going to oxidize, and I want it to stay like this. I like that. Now that I did that, it's time for us to add some useful bits all around here. So here's what I'm thinking. Right here, we're going to build something in just a second. Behind the portal here, I'm going to put my enchanting setup. Everything that you could want is going to be back here, and that's going to be real quick and easy, assuming I can get enough leather. That's my only concern, but that should be no issue. On one side over here, we'll have, anvils and crafting tables and all sorts of things, anything that you could possibly want. And then over on this side over here, I don't know, we'll put something. Maybe the crafting stuff will go over here. That'd be more practical. So that side, I don't know what I'm going to put there yet. Haven't quite decided. Ooh, you know what would be really cool? Actually, I do know what's going to go here. I'm going to put a map. Is that? Oh, that's a thunderstorm. This is going to be a map of the realm. I think would be really cool. But I'm about to attempt something that is really stupid of me, and that's redstone without a tutorial. That's right, I'm slowly getting better at my redstoning abilities. Not really, but I'm able to figure things out on my own after much trial and error. So we are going to test out that trial and error by making a super smelter. That is the objective here today. This back here will be our collection chest. This is where all of our goodies will wind up when everything is all said and done. So now we are going to connect up 14 hoppers, and they are going to kind of just all trickle like that. Excellent. Furnaces need to go on top of each and every one of these. Oops. Oh, nope. Not the goal, not the goal. Take those out. These two are still going. Okay, right, so here's the idea. So you have all these furnaces, and this is a lot of furnaces. I actually might need to go out and collect some coal. And I do need more hoppers, actually. I need significantly more hoppers. I need another 14 hoppers. I didn't anticipate that. I don't know if I have enough iron. Yeah, I don't have enough iron for 14 hoppers. This is what I got. I could always just do a thing, and I could go to my local cave and start mining some iron. I'm going to need a decent chunk, but I've been getting all of my copper in this cave. And I have seen iron here before, I just haven't bothered to collect it because I didn't need it. So let's see if I can find some, and I'll be back to you in a second. I've got it. I just plug each of these hoppers into the furnaces. And then I gotta put rails and a couple of powered rails on top. I really hope I'm doing this correctly. I think I'm doing this correctly. Powered rail, powered rail. And then we'll make these all regular, but we'll make that one powered as well. That there. And then I put a hopper minecart. It goes all the way down and all the way back. In fact, I could probably afford to put this like that. There we go. That should do the trick, right? Nice, nice. Okay. That way it all stays pretty even. Oh, is this working? Yes! It's working. Okay, but I don't want it to. Okay, cool. Nice. That works. All right. So I need to take some chests, which I totally have on me. 1, 2, 4, 6. No, 4. Dang it, I can only make 3. Is going to go up here. So if I put coal in here, and then I send this guy going, it should drain everything out. And I think it did, right? 31, 25. Yes, it is. It's working. And it should be fairly evenly distributing the coal. This is a problem. This is a why is there 7 in this one? 6. Okay, there's just 6 in all of them, and then there's nothing. I'm testing a theory. I want to see if I put that in there, will it actually go into this one? No, it will not. Again, I'm just experimenting with all this. I have never built one of these on my own without any instruction. If I put tracks on here and I put a hopper minecart on top of this bad boy and I stick, it does not go in. How did it go in before? This is confusing. Okay, let me make another hopper. Just one. We gonna make just one hopper and we gonna see what happens. And we put a rail on it. And we put a minecart on it. Crap. Oh no! So I go like this. And then if I put... Okay, they go in there. Good, good, good. Okay, so I just need hoppers on top of each of these. So I think I've done this backwards. It's fine. It's so fine. I'm not even worried. I'm not even worried. Okay, so I just need 14 more hoppers. I told you to get off my property. All right, I'm going to step back and look at this like a proud father that just built something and feels accomplished. I mean, I feel like it looks cooler than it actually is. And I probably overcomplicated this. But essentially, there's two tracks here, right? So this track here, with this, is where I put fuel. This chest specifically is for fuel. This chest is for the things that I want to smelt, which will take it across and stick it in here. And I still have some coal left. So I'm actually going to take all of that out so that it can be more evenly distributed. Now, I don't know if this one right here is going to actually work or not because it's right at the beginning. If not, oh well, I guess. It's not the end of the world. But I am pretty pleased with this. I have not yet officially tested it, so let's do this. Let's do this. Ready? Let's take some fuel, chuck it in there. We'll just let it sit for a minute. We'll let it all trickle down in there. It'll just about fill up the hopper. Beautiful. Okay, so the fuel is in. Let's activate it. And now it's going to go in, and as evenly as possible, it's going to distribute all of this stuff. So, oh, yay, it works for the first one. Okay, cool. Now, some of these later ones are probably going to have more. Yeah, because it was sitting there for a longer period of time. I don't have anything to smelt. Oh, well, we could just smelt some stone. All right, 15 stone. Okay, if I've actually somehow managed to build this flawlessly, every single one of these will be lit up. If not, then it's not perfect, but it's still efficient. All right, 15 cobblestone. Now, here's the thing. When I activate this one will also activate. So, it's whatever. Oh, no way. Yes! It works! All of them are efficient! Yes! Oh, I did not think that was going to happen. Okay, let's deactivate it. Oh my goodness gracious sakes alive! Wait, I put 15. Yes! Oh my goodness! It's a perfect system! I've made a perfect redstone system! I'm so happy. I'm so happy. I'm jumping with joy. I have never done that before. I have built a super smelter without looking up a single tutorial. Yes! I'm so happy about that. I know I could make some minor tweaks, but... That looks good! We can get to business working on some other things now. Alright. So now that this wonderful, glorious super smelter has been completed, we are going to turn our attention to back here. We're going to build an enchanting setup. I'm not going to walk you through the process. I'm just going to try and go with the flow, build an enchanting setup, and then I'll show you the result. What do you think? Ta-da! An enchanting setup. I tried it as best as possible to go all out. So, obviously, enchantment table, all the bookshelves you could possibly need. I know you only need 15, but I sold it for like 35. More lapis than you could possibly ever want, and some grindstones, of course, in case you don't get the enchantment that you desire. And then I went ahead and I built the crafting area over here. I added this little water design, just because I felt like it. It doesn't really make sense, but shut up, it's my base. So I have 3 anvils here, in case one of them breaks. I have the smithing table, loom, what is this called? Cartography table, and fletching table, and with a little crafting table under this anvil in case you need to make something. So yeah, I'm pretty pleased with how this looks, and then I added these little grates here with lanterns just so I don't have torches everywhere, but it still stays light enough that you don't have mobs spawning everywhere. See, like if I get rid of this, this is very dark now. So I am going to have to address that problem later, but now it is time for the last big part of today. And I am excited to do this because this is really going to tie a lot of the base together. That's the tunnels, right? I've been going in and out of this place like this. And you can see the ugliness of the of this, and it's very not great to look at. So we are going to fix that, and we are going to make tunnels. And I'm going to experiment with these a little bit, but essentially here, you see the size of this? That's about the size that I want to make all of them. So I understand, rather large tunnels, but I feel like that's kind of a good thing to have them like that. I think I'm going to make all of it out of smooth stone, but I was just smelting some stone because I am going to need a lot more. We are in business! I love it when things work. Look at that. Nope, alright, I'm just going to let that go for a while. Let's see what we can do here. So now it's time to pop it in here. I'm just realizing we need a lot more stone. If I needed that much just for this, I'm going to need a lot more. We're going to have to do a lot more smelting. I'm thinking for the roof we go slabs, mainly just because that will prevent a whole lot of mobs from spawning. Or at least I hope it will. There we go. I like it. I like it. Okay, so this is the tunnel. Looks very good. And so now I need light. Oh boy, it spawns creepers. Okay, I now have a creeper farm. And then just like that, boom, we have a tunnel. We have a tunnel. And this will take you in and out. Look at that. So when you reach the base, you have an easy access point. And we're going to make a bunch of these everywhere. So let's get cranking on with these. I'm going to do these really fast. I did it. The tunnels are done. Check it out. All of them kind of look like this, and I added these little copper things. I'm really going for the copper this season. I didn't think I was going to do that initially. We got a lightning rod on top of 3 copper bars. That's what a diagonal one looks like. This is what a horizontal one looks like. A straight one. There are lots of trees here that are kind of in the way, so I am going to have to remove some of these. And I'm now thinking in the future, oh gosh, why do these keep? In the future, when I have to connect these tunnels, it's going to be a challenge. For sure, it's going to be a challenge. Because here's the opening of this one, and then it kind of has to circle around until it gets to the one right here. Right, so that is going to be tricky. And, yeah. And then I just found this earlier. I don't ever remember seeing it. Oh, wait, shoot, the sun's going down. Okay, so, out in this direction. Oh, you can probably see it just from here. Just over my plus sign there, there's a spike up in the ground. And I'm going to show you what this thing is. As we get in closer, you can see that's not a natural formation, but it's actually a cobbled deep slate tower. Now, I don't think I built this. I wouldn't be surprised if this was Seth from a while back, maybe when he went caving. Maybe it was someone else, who knows. But look at the size of the cave that is in here. I don't think you're ready for this. Here we go. Hold on to your hats. It's a ravine that turns into this, which is huge, and it keeps going. But guess what? There's lower levels down here, and it just keeps going, and there's an amethyst geode there. There's an amethyst geode there. Ow. Chicken jockey! Now I gotta try and get out of here. But didn't I tell you this was a massive cave? Whoa. Isn't that huge? It's a huge cave. And look at that. Right back here. You could see. There's the entrance. One of them, at least. They wrap all the way around. They're everywhere. I can go in whichever one I please. The nice thing is they are very elytra friendly. I made them big enough that it's pretty easy to fly in and out. So that is what the base is looking like right now. Holy cow, we did a lot today, and and I am absolutely thrilled with how this base is looking right now. This is insanely awesome. I like how this is looking because usually I spend so much time on the exterior of the base, the interior looks kind of ugly. This season, the exterior was just building a little dome, but the interior is where the home is at. But thank you all so much for watching this episode, and I shall see you in the next episode.